Welcome to my channel, Real Life Wonders. Everyone in the outpost thought she was just a nurse until the day a soldier pressed a gun to her head and she whispered the words that froze his blood cold. It started on a windless afternoon, the kind of day when the desert holds its breath. The unit had just returned from patrol, exhausted, half-broken, and one argument away from collapse. That's when Sergeant Cole lost control. He was tired, angry, and had chose the wrong person to unleash it on. Lieutenant Hannah Reeves. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. Cole's boots crushed the sand as he stepped toward her, rage boiling in his veins. You think you're better than us? Hespat, shoving a crate aside. You sit in the tent patching wounds while we bleed out there. Hannah didn't flinch. Her voice was calm, almost too calm. Sergeant, you're out of line. But he didn't stop. His trembling hand went to his holster. The moment the metal clicked, the world went silent. Even the wind seemed to pause. Every soldier in the camp froze. No one dared move. Noon dared breathe. And then he aimed the gun at her head. Hannah's pulse slowed instead of racing. Her eyes, steady, piercing, unreadable, locked onto his. She spoke softly, almost like a mother scolding a child. Put that down, soldier, before you find out who I used to be. A few feet away, Corporal Diaz whispered. She used to be Navy, but another voice cut through the tension. Not just Navy, she was SEAL Team 6. The realization spread through the unit like fire through dry grass. The man holding the gun, a trained soldier, suddenly looked like a boy who touched something sacred and deadly. Nicole's hand trembled. You're lying. She took one step forward, then another. Every step seemed to pull the air tighter. Her calmness was terrifying. Not because it was forced, but because it was absolute. She stopped only when the barrel of his gun touched her forehead. The air shimmered with heat and silence. Do it, she whispered. But make sure you don't miss, because if you do, I won't. The camp's medic gasped. Someone muttered a prayer, and for a heartbeat. Even Cole seemed to realize he was standing on the edge of something irreversible. Then Thermament snapped. Hannah's hand moved faster than anyone saw. The gun twisted away. The soldier dropped to his knees, and before anyone could blink, she had disarmed him and was standing tall, calm again, weapon pointed harmlessly toward the sand. No one spoke for a long moment. Dust swirled in the air, and the metallic echo of the dropped gun hung heavy between them. Finally, Hannah exhaled. Discipline isn't about who shouts louder, she said quietly. It's about who stays in control when everything else falls apart. Cole couldn't meet her eyes. He mumbled an apology, but she shook her head. You're not my enemy, Sergeant. Your anger is. Learn to fight that, not your own people. That night, no one in the camp loft. No one played cards or told jokes. They just sat quietly thinking about the woman they'd underestimated, the one who'd faced down a loaded gun and answered it with calm strength. Weeks later, Cole requested to serve directly under her. When asked why, he simply said, because she showed me what real courage looks like. Because true strength doesn't roar, it whispers and still commands the room. And sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the one who never raises their voice. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more untold stories of courage, justice, and the quiet power of those who refuse to break.